Now, Your Honor, if you would be so kind as to cut up some tomatoes for me. How about you do these tomatoes?
I can do that.
Okay, so what we want to do is just dice them up.
You've already taken the
skins are off. And all we did was put them in boiling water for a minute or so just to get the skins off.
You put a little X on the end to help peel it.
You don't have to do that.
And I've cored them. We've cored them here.
All right, and while you're doing that, what I have done here is cook down some onion, some white onion with some white wine vinegar, or you could use a red wine vinegar if you wanted to, and a half a cup of water and 1 whole bay leaf. And I want to get that until it's soft, so they look good. And then the next thing I need to do, let's move that out of the way. Yeah. I need longer arms, is to drain off those onions. Just like that. Doesn't that smell good?
Oh, it's a great smell.
And this is going to give a really nice flavor to a potato dish that we're going to make. That it's a double crusted potato pie. So here are our onions. And once they're drained like that, I'm going to put them back in the pan. They go right back in. I want to get rid of that bay leaf. I want to take off all that water. So I'm going to move this up here so we can have a little bit more room.
That can go.
And put the heat back on this now. And I'm going to have you add those tomatoes right to these onions.
Okay.
Tomatoes go right in there. And here we have potatoes. You see that we've already cooked, and again, like the Chief Justice said, you could use a variety of potatoes. These happen to be Yukon Gold potatoes, but you could use a red skin potato. And we riced them, or you could just mash them with a regular hand masher. And now we want to add eggs to this. This is basically going to be a pie. So we have 3 eggs going in. Good. And once you get all those tomatoes in, you want to add some olives. Cerignola olives are green olives, big chunky olives from Puglia. If you don't want to use those, you could use black olives. You could use a combination of olives. So here are our eggs. I'm going to mix this in with the potatoes. And then with this, you want to have some cheese. And I like pecorino cheese with this, which is a sheep's milk cheese. And it has a little bit more salty taste, so I'm going to control the amount of salt that I put in with the potatoes. So here we have some pecorino cheese already grated, and I'm sure you do this when you're at home. You never, ever buy this grated. You always buy it in a wedge.
That's
Isn't
correct.
that right?
And then grate it yourself.
And grate it yourself. Why don't you mix that around? You only need to cook that for about a minute or so, just to warm the ingredients. And then with it, besides the olives, the Cerignola olives, we're going to put those in, see? And then we have capers. Capers are a very pungent seed pod. They grow like on a nasturtium plant, so we're going to put those in.
All right.
So that's going to give that a really nice,
and the heat's bringing out the flavors now, as even as we...
So your oven is on at 350 degrees. And here I have a baking dish, and Your Honor, I'm, with your permission, if I may approach the bench here, I'm going to put a few breadcrumbs, toasted breadcrumbs, in the base of an oiled baking dish, just like that, just to give this a little bit of crunch, just down the bottom, just like that. You take half of these potatoes, and you put them in the base. You following me on this?
I am,
okay,
because I'm ready to put the filling in after that first layer of mashed potatoes.
So we're going to put the potatoes in, and you use your hands to kind of press it in. I like to cook with my hands. I don't know about you, Your Honor. After this bakes, you cut it like a pie, a wedge, and it's even better the next day. So you spread that neatly all over the top, and now you take and press down on that. Press down so that it's nice and even.
We've spread that out.
Yeah, we're doing this in a 9.5-inch bake dish. And now you take your potatoes and you spread them over the top. So you just get it on there neatly. You see? Sprinkle them right over the top. Would you eat this? Does this sound good?
Absolutely, and the breadcrumbs are made Right from the bread.
From scratch.
From scratch.
Not from a box.
Right.
Okay, put on a little drizzle of olive oil. And now your oven is on at 350 degrees.
Okay.
And that's ready to go in. You can put that in the top oven.
All right.
Look at that.